Hi, welcome to episode 4 of Leading Longbranch. This week's focus is student-led conferences. We are going to try something very new this year, the first week of May, and it's called student-led conferencing. This is different than parent-teacher conferences, but also the same. So it's a parent conference, but it's with the student, and the student will be leading the conference on their own. It's to show you how much they've grown and how much they've learned this year in their own words, to show them as the leader of their own learning. It would replace a typical parent-teacher conference maybe in other schools, but what we had done is we did our traditional parent-teacher conference at the beginning of the year, and we've added the student-led conference at the end of the year. Our staff was very committed to this process, so they waived one of their professional days for 2 evenings in May. So what will happen is the student will lead the conference with you, the parent, and the teacher will be there for support. The kids will be very well prepared for this, so they will not be going in blindly. No worries there. They will be so excited to present to you all of their learning from the year. They will be selecting their own work that they're going to highlight. They're going to talk to you about their progress and their goal setting from the year. And then you will have opportunities as parents to ask them any questions for clarification. It will be a pretty cool process. So you may be wondering what would it look like? Like what would I expect? What we did for our staff is we created a playlist on our YouTube channel. So I'll go there now just to kind of show you how many we have there. So I believe we have 17 different videos there. Now the very first one is just one of our favorite people in the world, and that's a principal who does really funny videos for staff. So I'll take that one off before I make this final for you guys. But there you can see there are a lot of different student-led conferencing videos that are out there on YouTube, and there are definitely some that are probably better than others, but these are the ones that we had curated for our staff to watch so they could, get a feel for what that would be like. And they're also going to be showing these to the kids, so the kids will have an idea. So I'll just very quickly click on one and just kind of show you what you might be in for if you go to look at this playlist.
Student-led conferences are a truly powerful practice that essentially replace traditional parent-teacher conferences. So in the traditional parent-teacher conferences, school holds a time where parents are invited to come in and meet with teachers and typically receive report cards. Students are sometimes part of that process, sometimes not part of that process, and it's very much, in my experience, an ad hoc kind of thing. Student-led conferences are much more structured. They are led by students, and it's a conversation that the students lead with a family representative and a school representative, one of their teachers, at the table together. They look through a portfolio of work that the students have created, and students lead the discussion around essentially their strengths and their weaknesses.
The role and the responsibilities of the student during the student-led conference is to have created a portfolio, to have reflected on their work, and to be able to speak about that work with their family member who attends the conference. It's also
So all of our kids do have a portfolio of work that they've been keeping, and they're still working on it. It's called their leadership notebook. So if you were to ask them, boys and girls, well, you wouldn't say boys and girls. I would say boys and girls. You would ask your child to tell you more about their leadership notebook. Now, some of them may tell you, we've been working in it extensively, we work in it every day, we work in it once a week. Some of them might say to you, we really haven't done a whole lot in it. And it's because as a school, this has been an introductory year for leadership notebooks. Typically, Leader in Me schools don't start on leadership notebooks until year 2, but because we piloted a year, we felt like we were ready to try leadership notebooks and student-led conferences this year. Now, the only other difference that you would see is in this student-led conference, this is a teacher, parent, and student all together, kind of a one-on-one, and our teachers have talked about doing it in a lot of different ways. For some teachers, it feels more comfortable for them to do one-on-one. For other teachers, they are envisioning having 2 or 3 going on at the same time, with them being able to float in and out of the conferences to assist or support the student if needed. So I do want you to know that even though some of these videos do show one-on-one, that's not necessarily what it will look like in every one of our student-led conferences at Longbranch. So going back to the presentation itself, our plan is this. In early March, we'll have this video for you. In mid-March, Miss Stacy and I will be putting together a letter to give everyone more information about our student-led conferences. Late March, you should expect a postcard in the mail from your student inviting you to their student-led conference. In April, the students will be working on their leadership notebooks, preparing for their student-led conferences. In very early April, teachers will start scheduling times with you for a student-led conference. Now, we're still talking as a staff as to exactly which dates we want to do this. When we waived our calendar, we said that it would be 2 evenings the first week of May. So now we just need to coordinate that as a staff, and we'll get that out to you very soon. So the first week of May will be student-led conferences, and you can plan on about 15 to 20 minutes per student in their homeroom class. And then they will take you to 2 of their Unified Arts classes to tell you more about what they do in Unified Arts. You will have the opportunity to provide feedback to us that evening so we can mold and change for the future. And it'll be plenty of celebration, you and your child. So as we always do, we always go back to our vision. This component, student-led conferences, is learn for sure. So it's a highlight of their learning for the year, but I would have to say that it has a good bit of leadership as well. Hope you guys have a great week, and we're looking forward to seeing you at student-led conferences.